And GREEFF racing will get underway on Friday in race 1 with the 2 runners which will be stepping out in a Juvenile Plate 4 fillies. Here, Daffodil Day will line up alongside Rock Me Mama. Now, Daffodil Day is actually the only winner in the lineup, albeit a juvenile race, and she will then carry top weight 3 kilos ahead of the rest. Her stable companion, Rock Me Mama, was green on debut, but she did run on well late. And Alan, I'm sure you'll be hoping for similar from both, actually.
Yeah, Daffodil Light won a very nice race first time out, and really speedy sort. That was over 1,000 metres, and we're now stepping up to 1,200, but I think she's capable. Rock Me Mama ran a really nice race.
Yeah.
First time out, she was horribly outpaced to start with, and then she started to really unwind. And the winner won really well by 6 lengths that day, and she was way off it, and to run third from where she was pretty impressive. I think another couple of starts she would have been closer to second. So I expect improvement. I think 1,200 is suited down to the ground.
The Abai Stakes will form race 2, first of the listed features on the afternoon. It's a race for 3-year-olds over 1,400 metres, and it is the first leg of the East Cape Sophomore Challenge. Here the yard will be represented by the 3 runners. Royal Kingdom, bit of a flat run last time out. He's definitely better than that. He'll be joined by Smitty Byrne, who will be having his post-maiden run, so right up in class. And Silver City, a good Aloe Stakes winner last time out. She was ridden to victory that day by Andrew Fortune, who retains the ride, and he's always spoken well of her.
Yeah, Royal Kingdom's always thereabouts. Last time was a little bit of a flat run. I expect better. In a very competitive field, although small, I must admit. Smitty Byrne, post-maiden run, he's going to have to pick up his shoes a little bit, but I think he'll give a good account of himself. And then Silver City, well, she doesn't know how to run a bad race, and she got a quick turn of foot.
Yeah.
Big runner, I think.
Race 3 next up, Makajima will be making his local debut. Now, this is the right field for him to show good improvement. He relocates from the Western Cape.
Yeah, working nicely, and I think he'll run a nice race if he's settled in properly.
Another newcomer in race 4 is Champagne Blaze. She also relocates from the Western Cape, and her maiden form is something that catches the eye.
Yeah, likewise, very much like Makajima, ticking the right boxes.
Good.
And, be happy to see her run a cracker. Will also be her first run in the Eastern Cape, but I think it's filly that you got to put in as well.
Race 5 next up, the yard represented by the 4 runners. We're going to start with Zanovi. Ultra impressive winner last time out. 62.5 kilos to shoulder, and he put the field to bed to win the Fairview Mile. He'll be joined by Bournemouth, who is back from a foray to the Western Cape, where he lined up in the Western Cape Stayers. Golden Peace, good improvement last time out in a decent field, and let's hope he's on his way to finding form again. And of course, Global Alley, such a well-deserved winner last time out.
Oh yeah, Zanovi, what can you say? Sure. 62.5 that day. And he won really well, and he looks well. He really looks well, so I expect him to be right there once again. Bournemouth, a little bit on the sharpish side, but the staying races are coming, so ticking over. Golden Peace is starting to find a bit of form, and ran a nice race last time out. And then Global Alley, another horse, doesn't know how to run a bad race, always there. And back in a division where he's always been competitive, but just off them. And I think he's a horse you can't discount.
3 runners will line up in race 6. Guy Gibson cracking second last time out, considering how out at the weights he was to the winner that day. He'll be joined by Joker Man, who's holding steady placed form. Both these horses, though, do step down to 1,200 metres. A horse that enjoys 1,200 metres is Dubai Hills. We're in his box this morning, and this fellow didn't disgrace himself when taking on a similar company last time out.
Yeah, Guy Gibson, he has shown form over sprints, so he can be a little bit versatile. And he's just a tough horse to place as far as race is concerned. And he ran a great race last time. Just found one too good for him. But back to the sprint, I think you can't leave him out. Joker Man, on the other hand, he's been really consistent here. I think we'll have to see how he goes over to Ireland. We've just brought him back again and start from scratch with him. And then Dubai Hills, well, he's a specialist over 1,200. He really enjoys it, and he's been off for a while. And his last 2 races he actually got scratched, running up to them for no particular reason that would affect his ability. So he's just one of those unlucky horses that came along in 2 races in a row. Just wasn't right to come the day of racing. But he is a 1200 specialist.
And he is very well in his box this morning, so don't worry about that. Now, the second of the features on the afternoon is the ladies' pendant. They'll race over 1,200 metres. It's race 4 of fillies and mares, and it is listed. Here the yards step out the 4 runners. We're going to start with Ellerix, a very consistent individual, and though stats may suggest that she prefers Polly, there's nothing wrong with her recent turf form. Joining her will be Princess Hannah, who will be making her local debut, and she has fair KwaZulu-Natal sprint form behind her. Great notion, better than her last run, but she does take a step up to this type of company for the first time in the Eastern Cape. And then Kindred Heart, she's another making her local debut. She relocates from the Highveld, where she did have fair form, but she is also out at the weights.
Yeah, Ellerix, always consistent, and she most probably does prefer the Polly, but didn't run a bad race last time, not far off them. Princess Hannah, working very nicely if she's capable of this type of field. I'm not sure we'll be able to see her well-being. It's her first run here, but very happy with the way she's working. Great notion, step up in class, but also very capable. And she really always gives off her best. Kindred Heart, her form is a little bit off, and she needs to find a bit of form, but we are giving it a bash in a listed race.
The yard closed with 3 runners in race 8, and here first up is going to be Back for More. Now she's holding steady placed form at this level. She'll be joined by Princess of Bayou, and finally Rocky Blue. Now she was a well-deserved maiden winner last time out, so she'll be taking on Stronger on Friday.
Yeah, Back for More found her form again. She's dropped in class and will be there and thereabouts. Princess of Bayou, we've taken the blinkers off, and she hasn't been very lucky as far as draws go, but I'd like to see her run a better race. Saigon Susie, she's hasn't been far off and ran a nice race and knocking on the door. And then Rocky Blue post-maiden run, won really well, and I think that form's been really strong behind her since she won, so shows that she is a little bit above the average, I think.
So though she's having her post-maiden run, don't rule her out.